You've probably wondered where UFOs hide or stay on Earth, right? Well, this footage might just have the answer. A hiker managed to capture some strange activity near a cave. What he saw left him completely stunned. He filmed a UFO emerging from the cave.
So the government are trying to hide this.
Let's just call it its hidden home. Then the UFO took off, sneaking away from its secret spot. Now here's where it gets it long before the government captured it and moved it to a secret facility for questioning.
Say you're from the future and an evolutionary descendant of humans.
The alien explained that it came from human ancestors, but had evolved so much that it couldn't even reproduce with humans anymore. It even spoke English, that's not all, but it also warned about an upcoming alien invasion. Could this be the beginning of a truth we're not ready for? Only time will tell. Twin Towers UFO. This footage, recently leaked, shows something most humans aren't meant to see. News reporters flying in a helicopter near the World Trade Center.
Captura hoy tus recuerdos de mañana.
Vivo Camera Phone.
Here we are demonstrating our LPR 1DHP 350 radar sensor. This is our smallest form factor radar device we have in our product portfolio. It operates in the 120 gigahertz frequency range. There is a transmitting and a receiving antenna. The radar beam is being emitted through the transmitter and is traveling to the reflector. The energy is concentrated, at which point it travels back to the receiving antenna, and at this point we are able to accurately measure the distance between the target. The first box here would be simulating operating in an outdoor environment where there may be rain, condensation. The signal is consistent. We move on here. The second box would be simulating smoke, dirt or debris, perhaps an outdoor snowstorm, and we're consistently receiving the same feedback as before. The third box is showing if smoke or debris had collected on the face of the sensor, which for optical, lasers, ultrasonics may pose an issue. And again, very consistent reading. And the fourth would be to simulate the movement of a crane, an electric overhead track-based application. As you can see, the signal operating at 100 hertz is providing clear, consistent measurement results. Some of the main advantages of using Simeo radar technology over optical sensors or machine vision is our ability to handle harsh environments and to provide consistent measurement results every time.
Witnessed something truly bizarre. One of them spotted a black object hovering behind the towers. As she pointed it out, the object vanished in an instant, leaving the reporters in complete shock.
It's over there!
They were told to keep quiet, but now, with the footage now leaked, it made me question, could this be proof of alien involvement in the strange events surrounding the World Trade Center? Honestly, it's a chilling truth, the one that can't be ignored. Hologram. This is definitely one of the strangest things I've seen lately. A guy managed to capture something that looked like it came straight out of the Stranger Things. A weird light show in the sky, with beams of light cutting through the clouds. Honestly, it looked so unreal, like something you'd expect from a sci-fi movie. The clouds themselves looked pretty out there too. So, what do you all think? I'm leaning towards it being part of the Blue Beam Project. Some people online are even saying the same. Others think it's just a hologram. No one really knows for sure. But whatever it is, it's definitely not something you see every day. Rooftop surprise. On July 3rd, 2009, a group of friends hanging out on a rooftop in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, witnessed something they couldn't explain. As they chatted, a strange object appeared in the sky, moving in ways no plane or satellite would.
Alright, there it is. I got it on camera.
Oh my God.
One of them grabbed a camera, and what they filmed was shocking. A glowing UFO darting across the sky in erratic patterns, before it suddenly disappeared. The footage went viral, making people question like crazy. Was it military tech, a secret government project, or something far stranger? That day on the rooftop became unforgettable, as they captured something no one could explain.
Can you zoom yours? Here's this.
No, it's alright, there it is. I got it on camera.
Oh my God.
Fleeting UFO. During Fleet Week, something bizarre happened that caught everyone off guard. While jets were flying at high speeds, a mysterious object zipped past them in the blink of an eye. For a moment, it was unnoticed, except by one sharp-eyed observer.
Something just flew by these military planes. What was that?
Considering how fast the jets were moving, this object had to be going twice as fast, maybe even more. What's even stranger, it was going against the wind. Definitely not something we see every day in the sky.
Something just flew by these military planes. What was that?
OVNI. And if you guys are still doubting cigar-shaped UFOs, check this out. A passenger caught footage of a UFO after its glint caught their attention. And what do we see? It looks exactly like a giant cigar, and it suddenly shifted positions. And when it got closer, it seemed to turn transparent. Now, how do we explain that? I'm pretty sure our government hasn't figured out how to replicate something like this. Then, just as quickly as it appeared, the object disappears from view. Too bad we can't get any answers, huh? 1994. Mystery. Off the coast of North Carolina, a group of sailors got the surprise of their lives when they saw a blazing object in the distance. At first, they thought it was a glowing ship, but what happened next was even stranger. The bright object suddenly broke apart and scattered into orbs, UFOs. To their surprise, the sailors realized they were being surrounded by nearly 13 UFOs. The scene was terrifying, and the footage cuts off abruptly, leaving me curious to know what happened next. No one knows for sure, but it's clear this encounter left them completely scared. Indiana UFO mystery. A recent sighting near an Air Force base in Indiana has left onlookers completely stunned. Late at night, a group of mysterious, glowing UFOs was spotted darting across the sky at high speeds.
Daddy, we see them!
I know.
The UFOs appeared in formation, flickering as they moved swiftly above the base, surprising everyone who saw them. Soon, a crowd gathered, but by the time anyone could react, the objects vanished into the distance. With no clear explanation from authorities, the event has fueled more UFO speculations. People were confused, some calling these strange lights a new kind of military technology, while some believe they were looking at something beyond our world. And honestly, they could be right.
Daddy, we see them!
I know.
Seeing red. In 2023, something incredible happened in Brazil. The sky turned bright red, and a strange object hovered overhead, leaving locals confused and frightened. They had never seen anything like it before. It didn't look like a plane or anything familiar, and it was releasing fiery orbs around it. Everyone who witnessed it immediately thought, this could be a UFO. Some even wondered if it was planning to make its way down to their area. The truth about what happened that day is still up in the air, but it definitely got people talking about the possibility of aliens. Crash site. A hiker was out hiking in the woods, expecting a regular, peaceful day, but what he found was anything but normal. He stumbled upon what he thought was a UFO crash site. There, he discovered a damaged craft, and walking around it were tiny humanoid figures, aliens. Some seemed hurt, while others appeared unconscious. He couldn't believe his own eyes. This clip quickly spread online, and UFO enthusiasts were convinced it was a real UFO crash. But what's even crazier is that no one else reported anything unusual in the area. Were people told to stay quiet, or is there something more wild being hidden from us? UFO war. Take a look at this footage first and be the judge. A guy who kept the location secret uploaded a video showing two objects in the sky releasing smoke. At first, he thought they were rockets, but when he zoomed in, he realized they looked more like UFOs. What happened next was even crazier. Both objects collided in midair, like they were in a battle. The whole thing is just bizarre and hard to explain. Could this be a real UFO encounter, or something far more sinister happening up in the sky? It's definitely worth questioning. U.S. abduction. A strange stick-like UFO was spotted hovering above a nuclear facility, looking like something fictional. Security footage showed it coming down and grabbing a mysterious box, one that looked super important. Maybe something with a secret liquid or tech inside? You never know. Right after the UFO zoomed off with the box, its top lit up and something shot off into the sky at lightning speed. The way it stopped and hovered made it clear it wasn't just a random flying object. This vessel seemed to be hiding something, possibly a secret the facility didn't want getting out. What was in that box? Honestly, it left me with so many questions. Aliens hideout. A fisherman was having a tough day, struggling to reel in anything significant. But what he witnessed instead was beyond anything he could have expected. He heard some strange sounds coming from the sky, so he pulled out his phone to record. To his shock, he saw not one, but 4 UFOs zooming off from what seemed like a hidden spot, disappearing into the sky in no time. His disappointment over not catching any fish quickly turned into amazement as he realized he'd stumbled upon something much bigger, a potential alien hideout. However, after sharing the footage, he was silenced, and the truth. California Northern Lights. A man recently captured something strange in the California sky, a colorful display that looked very much like the Northern Lights.
Look, the sky basically changing colors right now, yo. What the is going on?
Now I know what you're probably thinking. How could Northern Lights be seen in California? Well, take a look at the footage and see for yourself.
Look, it's purple now. It's changing colors, bud. It's purple.
The lights in the sky seem pretty close to the Northern Lights. But if they're not, what else could it be? Could it be something extraterrestrial? It's definitely some alien activity. Or you can say just a rare phenomenon. Either way, it's got us all intrigued. Flickering Brazil. Last year, Brazil's sky caught everyone's attention when a strange object with flickering lights appeared out of nowhere. People quickly realized it wasn't just a regular plane. The shape of the object alone suggested it might be something extraterrestrial. Locals had their own theories.
Ser del Team Lidl es tener esa forma de ser única que te hace sentir orgulloso de lo que sucede.
Some thought it could be an angel with wings, while others were convinced it was a UFO. After looking at the footage, I have to agree, it really does look like something out of this world. The way it was hovering and the strange lights are hard to explain, making this sighting one of the most intriguing we've seen. Monolith. A group of friends decided to take on an epic road trip, driving 15 hours straight across the desert with one mission: to see the mysterious metal monolith that had suddenly appeared in Utah.
Interesting how it comes right. It's right at.
This is wild.
Guys, isn't it looking just like the one from 2001, A Space Odyssey? That's not even surprising, guys. The real shock was that this monolith disappeared without a trace. What happened to it, and why did it vanish so suddenly? These questions are still unanswered, making me believe more in extraterrestrial existence.
It's interesting how it comes right. It's right at.
This is wild.
Hiding truth. Here's some proof that the government's trying to hide the truth about UFOs from us. Late one night, a guy caught some weird activity on camera. He saw vehicles moving through a remote forest, possibly carrying a UFO to, well, Area 51. The man was quick enough to capture it and upload the footage online. But here's the freaky truth. After he shared it, he vanished. And no one knows where he went. I don't know about you, but it seems like sharing that footage might be the reason he's gone missing. Debris in woods. One night, a man saw a strange flash in the sky and heard a loud boom from the forest, so he went to check it out. He found a large metal object stuck in the soil, which looked like part of a crashed spaceship. As he was trying to figure it out, he heard rustling behind him. When he turned, he saw a strange white figure staring at him. The man tried to chase it, but it disappeared into the dark, dense forest. The next morning, when he returned, the metal object was completely gone, leaving him wondering if he'd imagined the whole thing. Rotating anomaly. In April 2024, an astronomer in Hungary filmed a bizarre object at 10,000 feet that immediately caught attention. The object appeared to be rotating, and what stood out most were its colorful lights flashing across the sky. With its unusual movement and appearance, many are calling it a UFO. The footage quickly went viral, causing discussions among UFO enthusiasts and experts alike. Whether it's an undiscovered aircraft or something extraterrestrial is still up for debate, but there's no denying that this scene clearly belongs to the category of unidentified flying objects. Recovering alien. This footage is said to show an alien recovering after being locked away for months. Its strange, jerky movements make it look like it was kept in a cramped space. Or it could be that it's trying to figure out how to walk like humans. Some people believe the alien was eventually sent back to its home planet. Since this video looks pretty old, it's likely that by now, the alien's off somewhere else, probably living its life on a distant planet. Flight 370. In 2014, Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 vanished on its way to Beijing, and no one has been able to explain what happened. Despite years of searching, the mystery remains unsolved. But then, some strange footage popped up showing the plane flying when several strange orbs zipped past its tail. Then, in a blink of an eye, the plane disappeared into the clouds. This has led people to wonder if aliens could be behind the plane's disappearance. And watching this, I'm convinced too. Burning balls. Now that's a sight you don't see every day. While hiking through a hilly area, a tourist came across something so strange that he had to double-check his eyes. As he walked down the mountain, he noticed what looked like 3 burning balls in the sky. At first, he thought they were suns, but 3 suns on Earth? That's just crazy, right? After a closer look, the guy became convinced these weren't just odd weather phenomena. No, these were UFOs, possibly gathering for some kind of mission. Peruvian shock. In 2008, something unexplainable happened in Peru. A UFO reportedly crashed, and locals raced to the site, hoping to see something extraordinary. But when they got there, nothing. Just an empty, barren spot. It was as if the UFO and whatever was inside had vanished into thin air. Then things got even weirder. Weeks later, an alien body was allegedly found in a hidden chamber not far from the crash site. Stories suggest the alien tried to escape but was captured, taken to a secret facility, and didn't survive. While the alien's whereabouts remain a mystery, leaked footage keeps this eerie event alive in the conversation. Flying alien. A few weeks ago, an anonymous video surfaced showing something floating in the air. At first, I thought it might be a broken piece of a rocket or debris, but the more I looked, the more it seemed like it was something human, except it was floating.
Oh my goodness.
Which obviously isn't something any of us can do. Some people think it could be an alien, or even a superhuman with the power of flight. Either way, it's definitely not what I expected to see. F-22 capture. While flying over Alaska, an F-22 pilot spotted something strange heading straight for his jet. Acting fast, he captured the moment on camera. When it zipped past, it became clear this was a UFO. Flying thousands of feet above the Earth, the pilot was surprised at what he had just seen. It's a moment the pilot, and now the rest of us, won't forget. Mystical encounter. The crowd on a beach in Turkey couldn't believe their eyes. As the sky rumbled, something incredible appeared. A glowing figure hovering over the water. People thought it looked like an angel, sparking awe and excitement. Everyone scrambled for their phones, but before anyone could get a clear shot, the figure unfurled its wings and soared upward. It disappeared into an opening in the clouds, leaving everyone stunned. Many believe the gap wasn't random, but a portal made specifically for its exit. Whatever it was, no one has been able to explain it to this day.
Sempre al teu costat.
Démosle a la gente lo que ha venido a ver. Venga. ¡Feliz Navidad, gusano miserable!
Wild UFO. This UFO sighting is wild. Spotted in the U.S., it had a glowing ring and a cube in the center. Maybe an alien cockpit? It even flashed lights, like it was signaling or communicating. After its flight, it settled down, making locals confused about what's going on. But guys, here comes the real mystery. Why hasn't the government said anything about this? Are they keeping secrets, or is something bigger at play? Feels like there's a lot they don't want us to know. And this sighting just adds to the growing list of unanswered questions about UFOs. Flying mysteries. On May 27, 2023, a strange video from Melbourne, Australia, captured something truly bizarre in the sky.
What the hell?
Large objects, some appearing like debris, and others resembling humanoid figures, were seen gliding through the air. As they passed by tall buildings, they didn't crash or stop, but instead smoothly maneuvered around them, returning to their original formation. Not only locals, but experts are still puzzled by this odd behavior, though some suggest electromagnetic waves could be influencing these mysterious objects, making them act like alien debris. Until today, the cause remains unclear. Roswell truth. The Roswell incident had people talking like crazy, but this leaked military footage takes things to a whole new level. Filmed back in 1947, it shows military officers poking around a debris field near Corona. They found a crashed UFO, or at least that's what it looked like. No sign of aliens though, which somehow made it even creepier. And then, just when everyone thought the mystery was solved, the government came out and said, "Relax, it's just a balloon." But this footage is telling a whole different story. So now I can't help but question why the government is so bent on hiding the truth. Or maybe they're just trying to avoid the chaos that would explode if the truth ever got out. Alien portal. We all know aliens don't travel like we do. They seem to have the ability to teleport. Recently, a video surfaced that showed a UFO moving toward a glowing white portal in the sky. As it entered the portal, it disappeared.
And the Bronx. Take a look at the NYPD aviation unit helicopter over the East River in the area of the United Nations.
So the drones, they're here now in New York, and people have spotted them flying around their neighborhoods. Which, of course, the federal government says is nothing to worry about. However, local mayors, our governor, and even U.S. Senate.
UFOs are real. The portal, it disappeared right in front of the witnesses. This footage hints at a shocking reality. UFOs aren't just flying to Earth. They're using these portals to teleport here, do whatever they need to do, and then vanish. It's honestly a bit scary, because it tells us the truth of just how advanced and possibly unpredictable these extraterrestrials could be. Sperm UFO. During NASA's STS-80 mission, something strange happened. They caught a weird, sperm-shaped UFO on camera zooming across the sky before it shot straight up and disappeared. It left people scratching their heads. What's even weirder is that the camera started shaking the moment the UFO appeared. Some believe this wasn't an accident, but rather an attempt to hide the UFO's true movements. To get a better look, the footage was later stabilized, revealing the UFO clearly as it zipped off into space. This raises some serious questions. What exactly was NASA trying to capture, and why was it hidden so well? Unexpected swimmer. Somewhere in Florida, a guy recorded a strange creature staring up at him from under the water. As he got closer, he realized it looked like an alien, one that could breathe underwater. That's seriously bizarre, even by alien standards. If this is true, it means there could be a whole underwater world of aliens we don't know about. Now that's downright weird. The guy, of course, wanted to get a better look, but just as he moved in closer, the creature vanished without a trace. Aerial war. A boy was chilling on his rooftop, soaking in the peaceful sky, when something wild happened.
Yeah, it's right up there. You see it?
He spotted a plane flying overhead, but it wasn't alone. A glowing orb-like object was chasing it. And then comes the craziest part. Both the plane and the orb collided. The boy became so scared that he didn't wait to see what would happen next.
Yeah, it's above the rock. Yeah.
He ran straight back inside, convinced some kind of war might be breaking out right above him. What was that orb? A UFO? Or a warning? Whatever it was, it left him stunned and full of questions. Flying penguin. While gazing out the airplane window, a passenger spotted something no one was supposed to see. A black, penguin-like figure standing in the clouds. At first, it seemed like a weird bird, but flying penguins? That's when things got strange. The figure moved as if trying to blend in, leading the passenger to believe it might actually be a UFO hiding in plain sight. After uploading the footage, people debated its true nature. I'll suggest it could be an angel, but didn't seem to lean towards my stance, and claimed that it's something extraterrestrial. To this day, no clear explanation exists, making this one of the most chilling alien mysteries ever captured. Islamabad sighting. In 2022, residents in Islamabad, Pakistan, spotted something unusual floating in the sky. It was a black, round object, and people quickly grabbed their phones to capture the strange sight. The UFO stayed in place for about 15 minutes on video, though witnesses say it hovered for over an hour. Locals claimed it could be a drone. Nope, guys. It wasn't a drone. I mean, no drone could last that long or reach that altitude. When they zoomed in, the UFO appeared to have a triangular shape, but just as they focused on it, it vanished without a trace. What was it? No one knows for sure. Russian UFO. On August 30th, 2015, a person in Perm, Russia, filmed something truly bizarre. A UFO hiding in the clouds. At first, the filmer thought it was just a drone, but after watching the footage, they realized it was something much stranger. The UFO appeared to use the clouds as camouflage, making it hard to spot. At one point, it even disappeared and then reappeared with a flashing blue light. And honestly, for me, it's one of those wild UFO sightings that left me scratching my head. And thanks to the footage, maybe we're finally getting closer to the truth behind the strange world of UFOs. NASA footage. NASA uploaded surprising footage from the satellite.